that the way that we look at things affects the way that we experience the world. Situation happens, and we have a thought, then we have a feeling about it. For example, I get a call from my child's school, and it's the principal. You know that dreaded phone call, principal. And they say, you know what, your child is in my office, he punched someone in the nose during recess time. I feel anger, but something happens before I feel the anger or the fear or the feeling of upsetness. I have a thought, and my thought is what will determine how I feel. So let's say I get the phone call, and my first thought is, I'm going to kill him. Then I'll probably feel anger. So according to cognitive behavioral therapy, the situation happens, you have the thought, and that's why you have that reaction. Let's say principal called and said, your child punched someone in the nose. And I think to myself, well, he's a pretty good kid. There's got to be a reason for what happened. Let me hear the situation. Do you think my feeling will be different? Probably, I'll feel a little more calm going into the office to get my kid. I won't come in already upset. So how do we get from A to B? Okay. Make sure I'm not missing anything. The problem is that these thoughts and these reactions happen so quickly that sometimes we're not even aware that the situation happened, and then we had a thought, then we had a reaction. We just immediately go into our reaction. So part of this is just becoming aware of what some of our thoughts are. Other example, and this is something I see a lot, like in the pizza store and Gourmet Galop, when I'm trying not to be a therapist, but I see people parenting and just like absorbing and trying really hard not to step over and help out in any way or give out my card or anything like that. I'm tempted to do once in a while. And also, look, we all have our moments. So, child has a temper tantrum. If the parent thought is, I can handle this, their reaction will be pretty calm. An additional thought that will lead to calmness is it's normal for a 2-year-old to have a temper tantrum. I'm sure the people in the supermarket will understand that my child is 2 and I can't always control it. And I'll deal with this as best as I can. Then you might feel like a little bit not happy, but a little calmer. Child has a temper tantrum. Oftentimes, people don't even realize this, but they're thinking, I feel like such a bad person. I'm getting annoyed. Everyone's staring at me. I'm a terrible mother. I can't take this anymore. And that kind of inadequacy thought is what happens before you pick up your child and you say some kind of thing you know is not going to work, like, you're not going to have ice cream for a month. And you pick them up and you're like, stop it right now, or I'm taking all the lollipops away that you ever got from Ula. And you're like, and you know at the time that you're doing it that it's not an effective parenting method. But why are people parenting in a way that they know is not going to work? Because they're so busy beating themselves up on the inside that they don't have the time or the energy to come up with a more productive reaction to